And on today's video, ladies and gentlemen, oh wait a minute, my phone's ringing. Hello? Oh, Leslie Benzies from Build a Rocket Boy. Have you got that MindsEye code for me? Oh, you don't? No, why? Because you're just firing everybody right now. What, the game didn't do well? Oh, come on, Leslie, we were supposed to do an interview, dude. I thought you were my bro. Well, sad but true, folks, it is MindsEye that, well, the game I actually had some faith and hope in, tanked so badly. The worst reviewed video game of 2025, so Dragon Age Fail God. What a shame you still couldn't hold that title from last year, but I do believe you did actually. But yeah, Build a Rocket Boy, who at this stage are turning the rocket not into space but back into the earth again, far deep into those crevices next to Katy Perry's albums staff have been let go of. And it's well, I guess this is the death knell. This is the Glaswegian necktie that I guess Build a Rocket Boy were expecting deep down in the hearts, souls and minds of those developers in northern Scotland who can now go back home and watch endless repeats of Rabsy Nesbitt.
Which is why I and tens of thousands of other good wasters, like the good citizens we are, have switched to wholesome, healthy soft drinks.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Well, here we go. MindsEye developer Build a Rocket Boy, or Bob for short, begins layoffs following catastrophic game launch, which is quite the understatement. Build a Rocket Boy, the developers behind this much highly anticipated game, and I'm just kind of being facetious there. It was for a while. Let's not mince our words here. I mean, I was quietly hoping this would be a bit of a banger on the way out, but according to IGN sources who say that the studio could see over 100 employees affected during the redundancy process. Although the studio has not provided an exact figure, the redundancy number has been speculated upon due to a 45-day consultation process, which is a UK law thing when it comes to unemployment. And it begins, well, today. No, it began yesterday, because today's the 24th and tomorrow's the 25th when I go to see F1 at the IMAX in Waterloo. According to UK law, the consultation process is triggered when an employer, in this case Bob, intends to lay off at least 100 employees. This figure could be more than that actually, so they do say at least 100, but I think it could be 150. That's what I think I'm going to go for, ballpark figure. Because Bob has currently 500 employees, 300 from the UK and another 200 overseas, says IGN. Bob, in a LinkedIn profile, currently says that 448 people work for the company. MindsEye's disastrous launch, well, the critic score doesn't say a lot, 43, generally unfavorable. I mean, this is the video game, by the way, that's been met with mass refunds on PlayStation 5, which is awful. Again, something slipped Sony's radar when this game came out, and oh my god, it was great. But no, the game was fully launched, and its issues prompted Bob and MindsEye publisher IO Interactive to pull sponsored streams. In addition, the publisher notified the media that the codes were extremely limited. Code word 4, it's a fucking shit game and could not provide too many outlets. That being said, it seems like the game hasn't sold well, and now the developer is likely to have mass layoffs in the coming months. For what this means for Build a Rocket Boy's second game, Everywhere, which was intended to release in 2023, has seen multiple delays, remains to be seen. Yikes, which is a bad use of the word seen in the same paragraph. Terrible. Is this Grant Taylor-Hill, by the way? Was he just tired today? No, Tom Henderson. Again, this man makes more grammatical errors than Jason Schreier does for Bloomberg. But what do you think of MindsEye? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, folks. I'm just going to look on Steam very quickly to see if this game has come down in price. I'm thinking it hasn't, but we shall see.
A few moments later.
This is retarded. The game is still 54. This cannot be. Why are Steam still selling this game? All right, you can shush. At £55. That does not make any sense. I thought by now this game would have dropped in price. It's so utterly ridiculous. Again, I know there are updates. I know there is hilarious footage out there from Nick Tech, who showcased some wonderful moments of pedestrians being run over for no apparent reason. Nothing gory, just very cartoonish and funny to behold.
Honor territory. Get there fast. We can't let whoever blew up the factory get to the target before us. You need to get the location of the second hacker from him.
NPCs getting bullet sponged and then they kind of get up and walk away like nothing's happened. I find that stuff absolutely hilarious. I really do. Again, No Man's Sky, that was the same thing that happened with that game. It got released incomplete, but over the years, it built up customer goodwill and people really grew fond of that title. But this is MindsEye. It's not No Man's Sky. It can't replicate that. And I think it was Final Fantasy XIV, if I remember correctly. That was also another game that when it was released, it got booed and spat upon, but has since then improved over time, which is good to know. But again, video game developers, if you don't have faith in a project, or if you think there's going to be significant delays, NetEase, by the way, who have got that single player game coming out soon, Message of Death or Death Message, they put $110 million into Build a Rocket Boy, or the development of this game, MindsEye. Where did all that money go? Because honestly, if you're talking about a generic PlayStation 3 type of game like 8 Days, you should have come up with an absolute banger. I mean, you've got Leslie Benzies, you've got people who are ex-Rockstar gamers, developers on this title. What went wrong? I think these guys and gals were consumed by money. They were consumed by greed and got lazy with it. As I've often said here, folks, give little money to make something really big that looked like it cost a lot of money, and you get driven imagination. Give big money, you get smaller brains coming out to the meeting room, to the boardroom, right? That's what happens. So I'm just dumbfounded. I think it's great that MindsEye, well, I've got to be careful how I phrase my words here. I was going to say I think it's great that this has happened to the game. No, it's not. I just think the funniest aspect about it is the hilarious gameplay that we now get. I'd rather play the game like this, but not for £55. I'll pay £25 for it, and if it's still broken, I'll happily play it. Holy shit. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, yeah, it seems like now, if you want to make a bad game and be guaranteed unemployment, then don't make a bad game. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, leave your likes and comments below, smash that subscribe button, and I will catch you catching me for the return of the next video.
Looks beautiful. This is what we do. We sit, we play it. There's usually somebody in there who will take tickets. Chris, you got a ticket about the fire extinguisher. Did you get the raindrops over here? We'll record the videos, we'll take little chunks out, and then that'll get put into the Jira database, and that'll get sent out to devs to fix.